Hello you sexy beast, you. Are you ready to rock? If you answered yes, you should probably go elsewhere. According to Plato's tale of Atlantis, when Solon came into contact with the priests at Sais, he was told that Athenian history stretched back some 9,000 years, at which time Athens stood alone against the full might of Atlantis. Is this figure literal? Are these years as we know them? Your girl Hazel is here with all the answers. Let's do this thing. Solon's initial speech about the history of the Greeks caused the priests such humor, for the Egyptians regarded the Greeks as parvenus on the world stage, in stark contrast to their own civilization, which dated back eons. In a similar vein, the historians Herodotus and Hecataeus had previously been in Egypt and had got a similar level of ridicule after, in the case of the latter, he was only able to trace his genealogy back a paltry 16 generations before running into a god. However, whereas neither Herodotus nor Hecataeus were granted access to the archives which proved the antiquity of the Greeks, Solon ended up being told that, not only were the Greeks apparently pretty ancient themselves, but that Athens actually predated the foundations of the Egyptian civilization by a millennium. Only, they couldn't remember any of it because they were repeatedly wiped out by cataclysms and lost the arts of writing, etc. Bummer for them. Therefore, the 9,000 years given in the Timaeus-Critias is not especially relevant other than that it is a greater span of time than the 8,000 years separating the dawn of Egyptian civilization from Solon's meeting with the priests. Nevertheless, theorists who attempt to place Atlantis in a known historical context often try to reinterpret these 9,000 years as something other than the plain statement in the text. They generally posit that the 9,000 years is either an error, with 900 years intended, or else represents so-called lunar years, which we unenlightened folks refer to as months. This enables them to identify the depredations of Atlantis with the sea peoples who ravaged Egypt and the Middle East at the end of the Bronze Age, or else associate the demise of Atlantis with the supposed catastrophic end of Minoan civilization as a result of the Thera eruption. This is invalidated by the text itself. The sole purpose in dating ancient Athens and Atlantis to such a remote time was that they both arose before civilization appeared in Egypt. Atlantis, therefore, can be found neither on Crete nor Santorini, nor wherever the sea peoples are made to come from. It is surely impossible to arbitrarily reduce Plato's 9,000 years without putting forth a similar reduction to the 8,000 years of Egyptian, at the very least site, history, referred to in the Timaeus 23d-e. A reduction based upon the preferred outcome smacks of cherry-picking evidence. At any rate, the question of the age of Atlantis and Athens is moot. Egyptian civilization entered its dynastic era shortly before 3000 BC, with evidence of settlement at Athens dating to the Middle Neolithic in the preceding millennia. With regards to the number 9,000, the Spartan legislator Lycurgus was said to have fixed the number of Spartan citizens at 9,000, each with a plot of land, a tradition related by the much later author Plutarch. It is, however, quite probable that this tradition specifying 9,000 allotments postdates Plato, as it is not mentioned by writers such as our man Herodotus, Xenophon or Aristotle. 9,000 is also a significant figure in Athenian history. During the 1st century BC, Cornelius Nepos, in his biography of Miltiades, suggested that the Athenian commander had 9,000 Athenian hoplites in his forces which defeated the Persians at Marathon. That will be all. I have been Hazel. You have been watching an original broadcast by Arcus Atlantis. Well done for sticking it out this far. You get a gold star from the teacher.